A recent incident involving a Xiaomi Smart Lock failure has gone viral. Mr. Shi posted a video explaining how, while lying in bed around 10 p.m. and browsing his phone, the delivery person hung his food on the door handle. Suddenly, the door opened on its own due to a malfunction in the lock's facial recognition system, startling Mr. Shi and the delivery person. Mr. Shi said the Xiaomi Smart Lock 2 Pro he was using had only been purchased a little over a year ago. Earlier, another man identified as Mr. Wu also reported a malfunction with his Xiaomi Smart Lock, which opened the door by itself in the middle of the night on multiple occasions. The first time, at 12:30 in the middle of the night, the door suddenly opened by itself. The second time was around 5 a.m., and the door opened again. After that, I took the battery out, and now it doesn't open by itself anymore. Imagine the door opening on its own in the middle of the night. How scary is that? Xiaomi smart locks have been raising concerns, prompting many complaints. In addition to the issues of doors opening by themselves, users have also raised alarms about significant safety risks due to design flaws. Many users have reported finger injuries caused by the lock's structure, which they say is poorly designed. Who designed this door lock? My hand almost got trapped. I just installed the smart door lock, and I usually close the door with my right hand. But one time, I wasn't paying attention, and the door frame slammed shut on my hand. I couldn't move for a moment. I looked online and saw a lot of people had the same problem with these smart locks. Some of them even broke their bones. If it had been a child who got their hand caught, that would have been so dangerous. Now I have to be super careful every time I close the door. I'm thinking about changing the lock. Who designed this? It's so inconvenient. Industry professionals point to a design flaw as the root cause. To save space and make the lock look better, the design uses a vertical handle, which places the door handle too close to the door frame. This makes it easy for users to get their fingers pinched if they're operating the lock near the frame, even with slight misadjustments. Children and the elderly are particularly at risk. One user mentioned that this Xiaomi fingerprint lock set off alarms throughout the night until 3 a.m. with loud beeping. He expressed frustration, saying, "I'm begging for help here. How do I fix this? I'm totally fed up. I have no patience left. This happened in the middle of the night, and the customer service is closed. The app says there's been an attempted break-in, but I didn't even see anyone trying to break the lock. I was about to sit here and keep opening and closing the door all night to get it to stop. But then I tried taking the battery out, and it finally stopped. At least I could get some sleep. But seriously, what kind of thing is this?" Another Xiaomi user complained online, saying that because they trusted Xiaomi, she bought a smart lock for their elderly relatives. But within less than 6 months, the lock stopped working and locked the elderly relative inside for 2 days and nights. She contacted Xiaomi's customer service but received no response. For some users, the issue is being locked out, while others can't get in.
I'm so mad. My Xiaomi lock failed again and locked me out. I bought this to keep me safe, but now it's locking me out of my own home. I need to replace it for sure.
This user had trouble with his Xiaomi Automatic Smart Lock Pro, which malfunctioned at 10 p.m., trapping the whole family outside. The lock froze, the latch didn't respond, and the battery was at 93%. He explained that he had a similar problem the year before when at noon he couldn't open the door and had to wait until 4 p.m. for customer service. Even then, customer service couldn't fix it and had to bring in a locksmith to open the door. The technician mentioned it was the same problem as the last customers. He found many similar complaints online and wondered if Xiaomi should issue a recall if they can't fix these issues. The user remarked, if there's a problem with quality that they can't fix, shouldn't they recall the product? Otherwise, we're just at the mercy of the lock's mood to see if we can even get into our own house. It's not just Xiaomi locks. Many users have shared their frustration with Xiaomi products. One of the most complained about products is the Xiaomi robot vacuum. Has anyone heard the saying that Xiaomi products always break once the warranty ends? I used to not believe that, but recently, look at this Redmi monitor. I've only had it for a little over a year, and today when I turned it on, it suddenly started acting weird. I swapped the power cord and HDMI cable, but it didn't help. As someone who owns 60 Xiaomi smart home products, let me tell you which ones have broken. The little AI assistant, which is similar to Apple's Siri, stopped responding to voice commands, and the screen wouldn't turn off. It was out of warranty, so I sent it back, but they couldn't fix it. For some reason, it randomly started working again after some time. The Xiaomi screen light also broke before the button stopped working. Then there's the Xiaomi rice cooker. It broke, but I just got a new one. Now it doesn't keep the rice warm after cooking. The smoke detector also went off randomly, so I had to replace it. The Xiaomi fish tank had a broken water pump, so I replaced that too. The washing machine broke, but it was still under warranty, so they fixed it. The small washing machine can't connect to Wi-Fi for some reason, but it still works fine, so I just leave it. The Xiaomi robot vacuum and floor washer both broke at some point. Check out the repair records. I'm a Xiaomi fan, not a hater. The products are cheap, but after a while, they're really frustrating to deal with. I just wish Xiaomi could improve the quality of their products. Is it too much to ask? The Xiaomi robot vacuum mentioned by this user is also one of the most criticized Xiaomi products by consumers. How bad is the quality of the Xiaomi robot vacuum? Let me show you. The day after the warranty expired, it broke. Now, when I try to use it, it says the dustbin isn't installed. Let me take it out and show you. Look at how clean I washed the dustbin. Honestly, I don't even wash myself this well. Alright, I'll put it back in, perfectly aligned. But when I try to start it again, it still says the dustbin isn't installed. I contacted customer service and they told me the warranty expired just a day ago. I can't even believe this. The vacuum doesn't have major issues, but it constantly has small problems. This is the quality of Xiaomi products. My Xiaomi set-top box broke right after the warranty ended, and so did my Xiaomi band. I've had enough of these products. They run ads all over the place, and people hype them up saying how great they are and how high the value for money is. But this quality, I'm really frustrated. Another user complained about the bizarre issues with their Xiaomi robot vacuum. It's only as smart as you'd expect. No more, no less. This user explained that their Xiaomi robot vacuum couldn't even climb a small 1 centimeter step, and it couldn't get across black ceramic tiles either. When they contacted customer service, they were told that the robot had mistaken the black tiles for a cliff. The solution was to block off the black tiles with cardboard and try again. Despite struggling to go up slopes, the robot was stubborn and insisted on trying to climb them anyway. A user posted a video on social media showing the Xiaomi robot vacuum cleaning a room when it encountered a Xiaomi scale. The user commented, "Can't it go around? Why does it have to climb over everything? Where else am I supposed to put this scale, if not on the floor? Hey, Lei, Xiaomi CEO, looks like your two Xiaomi devices are fighting each other. Seems like you need to improve the quality of your products." Another user complained about spending 3,000 yuan on a smart robot vacuum that couldn't clean properly. The vacuum couldn't get under the sofa because it was too low, and when it bumped into it, it kept trying to push harder, repeatedly crashing into it.
I can't take it anymore. I have to complain about this robot vacuum. It's just so dumb. It gets stuck on the smallest obstacles and it can't clean a balcony, the kitchen, or the bathroom. As soon as you put it in, it quits. It can't even get under the sofa or the bed. It can only clean small spaces, and even then, it doesn't do a good job. There are still dirty spots on the floor, and I have to clean them myself. My niece asked me, "Auntie, is this robot just for decoration?" I said, "Because it doesn't clean properly." She asked, "Then why did you buy it?" And honestly, I don't know why I bought it. It's just so dumb. Every time I send it out to clean, by the time I get home, I have to look for it because it's probably stuck somewhere. We just moved into a new house and I already sent the Xiaomi robot vacuum back to my old place. I have to say, Xiaomi products, they are not great. If you have soft gloss tiles in your house, don't buy the Xiaomi robot vacuum. These tiles aren't even resistant to dirt, and after it sweeps, you can see dirt that was invisible before. It also gets dirt stuck in the grooves of the tiles. Not everyone's floor is perfectly level, right? The suction power of 7000 PA just isn't enough. Plus, every time it goes back to its charging station, it spits dirt out. So after it's finished cleaning my house, I have to clean the vacuum's house. I checked online, and apparently this happens to everyone. That made me feel better about returning it. You can use it to clean, but only if your home is already clean and you have time.
It's not just the Xiaomi robot vacuum, but the Xiaomi TV has also been one of the most criticized products. The parts are bad, the product is bad, the after-sales service is bad. Did I just get unlucky? Or is this just what Xiaomi is about? This Xiaomi S Pro 85-inch TV is the most expensive and worst TV I've ever bought. 2,400 backlight zones. Honestly, that's not too bad for an 8,000 yuan TV, but the backlight control is ridiculous. The halo effect is just too much, especially since I like connecting my TV to the computer to edit videos. And when the white mouse moves across a dark background, not only does it leave a huge halo, the response time is terrible. You can always see a trail following the mouse. I've used mini LED TVs from the year 1975, 85, and 100 inches, ranging from entry-level models costing 2,000 to 3,000 yuan to flagship ones costing 20,000 to 30,000 yuan, and none of them are this bad. And look, this backlight is already broken, and I've only had it for just over 3 months. Then I had to deal with Xiaomi's outrageous after-sales service. The TikToker stated that he noticed the Xiaomi TV was overheating just 1 week after purchase. However, the Xiaomi technician insisted that this was normal and refused to send someone to inspect the issue. When the product failed, he contacted customer service again, and this time they admitted that overheating was not normal and should have been checked earlier. Despite this, the same technician continued to call and insisted that he didn't understand mini LED TVs. The TikToker then requested a return or exchange, but he was bounced between Xiaomi customer service and the repair technician with no resolution. The TikToker expressed his frustration, saying this was the most unpleasant purchase he had ever made. He spent 8,000 yuan, and after 3 months, he got a full experience of what it means to deal with poor accessories, a poor product, and poor after-sales service. I spent 10,000 yuan on this Xiaomi TV, and now it's just a music player. Another former Xiaomi fan shared that he bought a Xiaomi OLED TV for 10,000 yuan 3 years ago. Shortly after the warranty expired, customer service declared the TV a total loss and refused to help.
从此就是个米黑啊！这款65寸的小米。
This 60-inch Xiaomi OLED TV, I've had it for 3 years, and 2 months ago, it started showing these light edges. Now, it won't even turn on. A repair technician came to my house and said it needs a new screen, which will cost over 7,000 yuan, or it won't be fixed. Look at all the Xiaomi products I've bought. Phones, routers, TVs, they've all had problems after the warranty period ended. Lei Jun's marketing is great, but the products are terrible. I've gone from being a Xiaomi fan to a lifelong Xiaomi critic. One comment read, half of today's Xiaomi critics were once Xiaomi fans, and 99% of us have used Xiaomi products, including me. A Xiaomi product quality issue continued to grow. More users are realizing that Xiaomi's real strength lies not in the products themselves, but in its over-the-top marketing tactics. Many consumers have been misled by these outlandish claims and end up disappointed time and again.
雷军啊，雷军，我这条视频可不是要喷你，你已经被人捧上神坛了。
Lei Jun, you can't fool me. You said every new phone model is tested for over 300,000 hours before it's released. I did the math. That's about 34 years. If I heard you correctly, you're saying each phone gets tested for 34 years. Well, I'm 34 years old this year, so this phone is practically my age. I guess I should buy one just to keep a souvenir. One user commented, does that mean we've all bought a 30-year-old second-hand phone?
雷总说他的小米苏7有16.8亿种驾驶模式，这件事你怎么看？
Lei Jun said that his Xiaomi SU7 has 1.7 billion driving modes. Someone asked me what I think about that. Honestly, it's just a marketing gimmick. Xiaomi does great marketing, but sometimes they're too focused on generating buzz. They promote their products as being able to customize the acceleration, steering, suspension, energy recovery, power response, and distribution, with 1 to 100 settings to choose from. In theory, that's 1.7 billion combinations. But honestly, why not just call it a custom driving mode? And when you're adjusting the combinations, you even add the sound adjustments. If that's the case, Can I also add a combination by adjusting the brakes? Sometimes I feel like Xiaomi's marketing is insulting to the consumer's intelligence. It makes you feel like they just don't care about you at all. Some users even mimicked Lei Jun's speech style, poking fun at his over-the-top marketing methods of turning ordinary products into so-called cutting-edge technology.
雷军的演讲啊，那是一套一套。
Lei Jun's speeches are something else. He can take the most ordinary things and turn them into cutting-edge technology using numbers, percentages, or other fancy terms. For example, when an ordinary person makes a bowl of noodles, they would simply say, I made a bowl of noodles at this time and place. But Lei Jun would say, after 300 days and nights of big data research by our Xiaomi team, we discovered that 97% of people feel a significant sense of hunger at 7:03:57 a.m., which is a 57% higher than the hunger experienced at 7 a.m. To address this age-old issue of hunger, our Xiaomi team found that flour provides 21% more fullness than rice. So, we went to the birthplace of flour, invested heavily, and developed the most filling noodles ever, which are 73% more filling than traditional noodles. Lei Jun's famous quote is, "The best product is marketing." In contrast, the chairman of Gree Electric, Dong Mingzhu, said marketing is the green leaf, while technology is the red leaf. Dong Mingzhu has openly pointed out the core problem with Xiaomi.
Lei Jun is excellent at marketing, but his biggest problem is that he doesn't understand the concept of mutual benefit. He shifts all the risks to others. He only focuses on sales. If a product sells, it's his success. If it doesn't, it's someone else's problem and becomes their inventory. That's where I think his real crisis lies. We don't even work in the same industry. I work for Gree Electric Appliances, which is asset heavy. Every air conditioner and refrigerator is built from the ground up by us. Lei Jun, on the other hand, essentially gets other people to make things for him. If you want to get into this industry, you steal other people's technology and poach their talent. Today, China's manufacturing needs to focus on independent innovation, and more importantly, we need to control the core technologies ourselves. What Xiaomi does is destructive. It's really a form of shady business. The only thing he can do is drop the price. My prices are the lowest, and you see them everywhere online, but the consumer is the biggest loser. A businessman can't always brag about his market value or becoming the richest. How much has he given back to the shareholders? When one shareholder makes money from stock prices, someone else has to take that loss. It harms a lot of people. Society needs to be harmonious, and we should focus on giving investors the best returns each year. That's what entrepreneurs should be thinking about.